Just for the record, I'm recording. I'm not talking to myself. Well, I mean, I am talking to myself, but... What is up? Welcome back to the videos. Got part 2 of the, well, I wrecked my bike series. Last week, or at some point, I uploaded a part 1. No promises on when that was, but if you haven't seen that, you might want to. It's right here. Just a quick breakdown of what happened during the wreck and how the first stages of a wreck repair go. Today we're going to be repairing it. Lots of time lapses. I'm going to point out a few things that are different for the 18 Softail frame from 17 and earlier frames when it pertains to a wreck. And I have coffee brought to you by a fine couple in Orlando, Florida. Got some news about Orlando coming up. So I'll be there this weekend. Yeah, I'm definitely gotta post this on the right Wednesday, because this weekend I'm gonna be in Orlando for Flim. That's why I gotta get the bike done today. So we're gonna go over a couple things. I have a couple of points mentioned in the comments of last week's video that I'm gonna bring up too in just a minute once I get my day straight with some Coffee Shop of Horrors, Spooky Empire coffee. Let's kick some music on. We'll run a time lapse really quick and I'll see you all in just a second. For those of you that don't know me, my name is John Maxwell. I'm a highly trained unprofessional right here at Chattanooga Harley Davidson, and on this channel I bring you guys to work with me. So if you want to learn more about Harley Davidson, hit the subscribe button right now. I actually already have a handlebar job video filmed on my channel, so I'm not going to highlight the actual parts replacement that I'm doing today on the bike. Maybe there will be a couple tips and tricks along the way. The saddlebag, for sure I have a tip for you. We're just not there yet. The handlebars, I'm going to list out all the products because I get asked a lot of questions because some of those videos are older and people haven't seen them. I am reinstalling 14-inch Carlini ape hangers. I get I think a lot of people assume that I just put parts on my bike because I got them for free, or I give products good reviews just because they're free, and that's not the case. Right now I have a check that I can do whatever I want with that money, and I'm buying the same parts that I put on the bike. So a testament to the fact that I do actually like this stuff. It's not all a big show for the internet like some people seem to think. Speaking of that check though, I had a lot of questions in the comments from last week's video about how it got sent to the dealership and I'd endorse it. Now part of that was, and some people mentioned it, that's because I have a lien on the bike. If technically a bank owns the bike, not me. Now if you have the title to your bike, you own it, that check may be sent directly to you. There are ways around speeding up the process. Again, if you haven't seen the first video, some of this isn't gonna make sense. But either way, if you put a deposit on your credit card for all of the parts, then the parts would be ordered sooner than if you waited for the insurance check to come in. Yes, sometimes some insurance companies will just print a check in their car and it's the same day the adjuster comes out, boom, there's the check. That is a thing. It can happen that way. Generally what we run into with a person actually full outright owning their bike and having their title is an older model. Sometimes the older it is, the parts might be obsolete and the owner has to make some adjustments as to what he might actually want. So that's a process that might take a little longer too. A lot of folks were concerned about me actually using my insurance Because my rates would go up, and I don't know, they thought I shouldn't. Why are you staring at me?
For a minute, I thought you were talking to me. I was like...
Well, to me, I don't understand why you would pay a bunch of money for insurance every month or year or whatever your plan is set up at, and then not utilize it. You pay, my damage was $4,000 out of pocket. I'm not gonna pay $600 a year, whatever my rate is on this bike, because I have another one too, and then pay $4,000 out of pocket. My rate's not gonna go up that much. I won't know for quite some time. Maybe I'll remember to update you guys when it comes up in, oh, it's all the way in July. I'm probably not gonna remember. But yeah, a lot of people come in and they're worried about it. There's a factor of whether or not it's worth it to just pay out of pocket, and $4 grand to me, I'll just let my rates go up that tiny little bit. Now, one thing that changed between 18 and 19 Softails is the width of the primary cover. I just happened to scratch mine, so I had money to replace it, but I didn't want to replace it with the wider 18 version. 19, they came out with a narrow version, and I just happened to like it better. Well, for when your feet are down at a stop, it's not as intrusive into where you are. If you're a shorter rider, it's a very good thing to have. You can see right here that it's very small difference, but it does add to it. Now, for you 18 owners, you do have to buy a new, slimmer, the narrow cover version derby cover, because the hole is smaller. And you need a new primary cover gasket. All those things were things I needed because they were scratched, and well, you know, I had the money, so I figured I'd do it.
I'd call you an old fart when I'm older. I'm still 5 years from you.
Nice. I think that's very nice, Sean.
From the 40 clip.
So also, it's Sean's 40th birthday, like today while I'm filming, not while this is being posted. But you should definitely wish him a happy birthday down in the comments. He's the service manager here, so you can come hit him. What is it? Every year you're alive and one to grow on. So if you happen to stop by the shop, it's 41 licks he deserves. Now, one thing that is new for the 18 later frame is this big old meaty piece that the engine guard's actually bolted to. It's thick. When the engine guard hits the ground, it bends. It isn't the end of the world like 17 and earlier Softails that had a little tiny tab that anytime the engine guard got bent, it would bend the tab, and well, we aren't authorized to repair frames, so it meant that you had to get a whole new frame. It could potentially total out a motorcycle if you didn't want it totaled out. So A+ on a thicker frame for the 18 and later Softails. I do have some tips for you on this saddlebag. Not even an install. I hear a lot about people complaining about the left saddlebag rattling. See, this little hook just pops in down here at the bottom, and it can rattle. So when you tighten it up, just make sure it's pushed forward as you're tightening it. The bike's all nice and put back together again. That left side is back right. I think I remembered to tell you about all the parts, but just a quick rundown. That was Carlini 14-inch Evil Ape handlebars that are nice and straight now. and a Ciro powered cell phone mount. The Kiriaka Bluetooth soundbar all got hooked back up. I have a Harley Davidson engine guard with Ciro peg mounts and pegs. And then Harley stock saddlebag, and then that inner primary cover is made by Harley, as is the new style derby cover. I don't know if y'all even noticed that. I took off a 114 and put on the Harley Davidson Motor Co. derby cover. So it's all set, not wrecked anymore, ready to go to Orlando. I do want to spit out quick information about that. It is this Saturday, November, what month is it? Woo. That is the 16th of November at Ace Cafe. We'll be at MMI on Friday. Me and a couple other guys. I don't even want to spout them out. There's a flyer on the screen right now. That's what's going down at Ace Cafe. If you're a student MMI, you can come and meet the crew at MMI. The school has details. I just know when to show up. Yeah, so that's this weekend. I hope to meet you guys. It's super fun time. Awesome raffles, giveaways, whole crew of folks that you probably follow on YouTube that are way cooler than me. Yeah, that's the deal. I think I answered during the video all of the questions about wrecks. There were a ton of comments though, so in the last video, a couple hundred, so I can't possibly get through all of those. If you have a question, throw it in the comments. Maybe I can spit out a Q&A at some point about wrecked bikes. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a big dirty thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you haven't quite got your fix, there's a video right here and here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.